Come, let us prepare, make some good profits today. Market lifters, big clues right here. Will there be more big moves? Very importantly, I want to show you where can you expect the big moves, because the market has built so much liquidity at this area. I want to show you that here in today's video. Now, very straightforward today. 10:28 a.m. right here. Now, we identified the pink algorithm right here. Very importantly, we see the liquidity that's being built with the pink algorithm. And I told you, wait for the cup to close at that yellow 647. Just take a look for yourself. Exactly to the penny. And thereafter, wait for the teal algorithm to start rebuilding structure. And you see how beautifully that inverse hand and shoulder pattern started forming on that handle of that cup that closed at yellow 647. Absolutely beautiful trade right there. Well, I followed that up again at 11:32. Now, I just want you to see this very closely, and that yellow level that I indicated, and I will magnify it, 647.48. Now, it's the same concept, right? Close cup at yellow. You see the pink algorithm starting to form here, and the teal building liquidity as well. You see grabbing the liquidity, and I mentioned the retrace of that yellow 647, even if you missed this initial breakout here, and it retraced back to that 647 yellow to the penny, exactly as it formed. Absolutely beautiful, all because you understood how to be looking out for that pink algorithm right there. Now, this was the 100% trade for the day, but I only extracted 80%. So be it, because it's an absolutely beautiful trade regardless. Now, take a look. Once we bounced off that yellow, it went all the way up to new highs again, 649. Absolutely beautiful trade, all because you understood this. And also on the 30-minute context. Now, this is no surprise, isn't it? I talked about this, how we closed the cup and we were just waiting for the handle. I talked about this in yesterday's video. You have to be watching it, understand the context, macro context of how we got here. And when that happens, you have clearer indication of what to look out for in the 1-minute context right there. Now, you've seen me do it every single day. Always find profits in the charts. You don't need the big move. I've shown you even with the small moves, you're able to find your 100% trades and with much little risks, because you're able to have the algorithms so precise to the penny. And if that happens, you can take very close stop losses. And so in a sense, your risk to rewards will be so much more immense. Let me give you an example of my entry right here. Understanding this pink algorithm and this teal algorithm right there. Now, very simply, I opened a position here, 1141, isn't it? And understanding this, I closed it. Say I closed it at 1214, which was right here. Now, this is just literally 1 point trade, but it's a 100% trade, a 1 point trade right there. Now, I only extracted 80%, but it went to 100. But this is just 1 point trade. Now, technically speaking, it is an 80% trade, but that's only if I allow my $5.7 to be the entirety of the stop loss. But the truth is, my stop loss is where this teal algorithm is and where that 646 blue level is. So in this case, my actual risk to reward is 850%. From an 80% trade, you understand that, isn't it? Because you are able to identify the algorithms to the penny. And that's very important. Once you're able to identify it to the penny, you're able to manage your risks, and your risk to reward will actually be much higher than the contract value itself. Now, once you understand how to manage your risks like that, and you see us do this every single day. So learn to identify the algorithms, learn to manage your risks, and your rewards will start soaring. This is a lifetime skill. If you're new to this, take your time, watch every day, report in every day, practice, learn. You will stack up the skills. The point is to find profits in the charts every single day for the rest of your life. And let's talk about this magenta. It's quite important in the second half of the video. Now, it's about learning this skill, this lifetime skill, so you can do this for the rest of your life by learning to find 5-figure profit trades. And I've shown you it's very possible to do it, but it's a long term skill you need to learn. So don't rush this. And most importantly, please do not join if you're looking for signals. Signals will ruin you. You need to learn this skill for a lifetime. So you can do this every single day for the rest of your life. And we're talking about $10,000 a day. Not a month, mind you. Every single day. This skill is worth every ounce of your energy and determination to learn and master. It's not going to be easy. Why should it? But it is possible. Stay focused. Run this race strong. It will be life-changing, not just financially, but you will see how trading will make you a better person. Stay focused. We got this. Now, where do we go from here? Now, very importantly, please watch yesterday's video right here. I talked about this very importantly, and this is what you need to be looking out for, right? I talked about this yesterday, about closing the cup right here, and I also talked about this in the morning. Understanding the context of this, you will be able to look out for much clearer clues on the 1 minute chart. And just take a look right now. We have the breakout in that orange buying continuation structure. So the first thing in the morning tomorrow is to see if we continue this buying continuation structure right there, especially in that orange. You want to pay close attention to that. If we continue to buy up in the orange, this will become very straightforward. Now, we had some retracement here. You see the market building some liquidity once we closed, and we had some more liquidity that was being built here. So do pay close attention, because if we continue to retrace back to the green or the magenta, this can continue to go up still. So look out for that orange breakout. Look out for that retracement if especially the magenta and the green starts rebuilding liquidity as the 5-day moving average catches up. That will be ideal. But however, you have to be very mindful about this particular liquidity that's being built right here with the yellow together with the 5-day moving average. I want you to see this beautiful liquidity here. If the market wants to return back to some sort of safety, you look out for this, and this will be near where the 647.48 yellow is that we identified so beautifully. Look out for that, because this is massive liquidity. If the market wants to return to some sort of safety, this may happen, but you just have to be very careful, especially if the selling is controlled in the green algorithm. If that happens, you may be looking out for another breakout right there. But otherwise, look out for that yellow. And more importantly, the larger dump will be happening only at that blue. Now, we may not make it in time, but you don't know that. Just be careful. We have PCE reports tomorrow. So look out for that 5-day moving average. By then, we would have already turned into some sort of resistance if this wants to head down. But more ideally, wait for cups to close. If you see cups closing, this will be a more ideal situation if there is greater downside here, especially off that 646 yellow level right there. Absolutely beautiful if that happens. We reject the range, 5-day moving average, and the blue algorithm, which I am more comfortable with shorting if it is in control instead of the yellow. So just pay close attention if we do close cups like that. Quite importantly, you have to wrap up tomorrow strong. We have clear clues, and the best case scenario is if there is continuation. It's the easiest way to trade if there's continuation, or if we close very conclusively cups so that we can test the ranges of the key levels. Now, if there isn't continuation or retest of 5-day moving average, try not to overtrade tomorrow, because we may be chopping quite tightly within this wedge here. Now, there's still profits to be found. Don't get me wrong. We are able to find profits every single day, as I've shown you. But try not to overtrade tomorrow, because it's a Friday. You want to wrap up your week strong. So please promise me that. Thank you very much for watching. See you closer to opening bell.